Okay, so I don't know if you've been paying attention to all the updates or following all the metal news, but Louder Than Life happened this past weekend and it was stacked. So incredibly stacked, dude. I unfortunately couldn't go because I went to Download Festival earlier this year at the UK. Super expensive trip that I don't have the funds to go to Louder Than Life too, but you know, if the Louder Than Life people are watching this and want to pay for my trip and pay for my hotel and all the food and everything, which is not going to happen, but just in case, that'd be pretty sick. But so many bands, and I just want to talk about the bands that I wanted to see if I were to go and experience it through all this online footage that I found, because I have extreme FOMO. Let's have some fun. Let's look at the footage online. Louder Than Life 2025. That's enough chit chat. Starting off with Thursday, we have all these bands. Honestly, I don't know them. We got Silly Goose, X Weapon X, Sixth Sense. I think I heard of. Peeling Flesh. Peeling Flesh are pretty fucking sick. They're like hip hop, like, well, not total hip hop. They're kind of slam deathcore with like a little bit of hip hop influence, but they're cool. Then we got Landmarks. I definitely would like to catch Landmarks. I think they're a sweet band. But for the sake of time, let's move on to Trey from Ashes Anew, Guilt Trip, Gideon. Like a lot of cool bands. It looks like this little section over here is pop punk with Story So Far and other things. Next little section is Not Enough Space, Left to Suffer. Yeah, okay, we're getting into the deathcore stuff. Taylor Barber is a fucking, I love that guy. Brand of Sacrifice, Canadian deathcore, they're sweet. Kublai Khan, all these. Okay, these are the bands that I personally would like to see. This is a pretty stacked set list over here with Left to Suffer, Brand of Sacrifice, Kublai Khan. Not the hugest fan of Sanguisuga Bugga Bugga, whatever. But Lorna Shore, bro, I would have to catch Lorna Shore, even though I saw them at Download Festival, but to hear some of the new songs live from the new album. So let's check out some footage over here that I got. Okay, hold up. What was the actual set list for Lorna Shore? We got Oblivion, Unbreakable, Sun Eater, Curse to Die, Into the Earth, Glenwood, To the Hellfire. They didn't even play Prison of Flesh? What? Okay, well, everyone knows the breakdown from To the Hellfire, but let's move on to Glenwood, because I think that was a standout from the new album. Okay, obviously a lot of this footage that I'm finding is recorded through a potato, but with Lorna Shore, like, yeah, Glenwood, I like this new direction of like emotional deathcore that like the scene is kind of heading into, because Lorna Shore being at the top, they kind of I don't want to say pioneered, they definitely didn't pioneer, but they popularized, that's the word I'm looking for, these disgusting vocal gymnastic breakdowns from To the Hellfire, that I'm glad that they're like branching into more emotional deathcore, which I feel like I'm hearing more and more like smaller bands do. So it's cool that the top dog is like trying different things. I think Glenwood again is a standout on this record. But moving on to the poster again, yeah, we got this is like more like death metal stuff. Black Dahlia Murder, melodic death metal. Cannibal Corpse. You know, I'm not the hugest Cannibal Corpse fan, but you gotta show some respect to Corpse Grinder, right?
From you out there know what this song is about. It's about shooting
blood from your cock.
It's about shooting blood from your cock.
All right, yeah, that's Cannibal Corpse, dude. And then yeah, we got Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, so a little bit more of a classic section over here. Then the next one is Winds of Plague, who are cool. Carcass, Calavera, Down, Lamb of God, dude. I would love to catch Lamb of God live. Look, I saw that they paid tribute to Ozzy.
We were there, Slayer was there, Pantera was there, Metallica was there, Mastodon was there, so many people were fucking there. And Ozzy fucking Osbourne was there, my friends. Woo! Just for Ozzy, one more time, we'd like to play you a Black Sabbath song. Is that alright?
Oh, cool, they played that actual Black Sabbath song. Man, that's sick. I feel like with Ozzy's passing, it even helped put metal and heavy music back onto the map for the mainstream. Like I saw so many people who don't normally talk about heavy music on their Instagram pages, whether it's like celebrities and stuff, kind of showed a love to Ozzy Osbourne, because yeah, he's a big reason for a bunch of the bands that we listen to today. So that's honestly really sick, just for Lamb of God doing that. But another band, of course, I would love to catch Slayer. That's pretty fucking sick. I'm torn between if I like Slayer more than Metallica. I don't know, man. I might. I fucking love the riffs in Slayer. Let's move on to the next day. Next day over here, Friday is where things get a little bit more up to my speed, to be completely honest. Like, we start off with Convictions. That's a sweet metalcore band. They're up and coming. Great stuff, like Christian metalcore, I think, too. Like Unearth, cool OG metalcore. Aurora Wave is like that dude from like the reggae, and he turns like metal songs into reggae and stuff. It's kind of cool. Thornhill is a big one for me, man. I don't think I've ever caught Thornhill live. No, I haven't. I unfortunately couldn't find any footage from this Thornhill concert. I do know that they played Mercia live, which is possibly not even possibly, it is my favorite song that they've written from the past 2 records, which is saying a lot. It's like my favorite song since The Dark Pool. That's a better way of explaining it. Big year for these guys. Yeah, they're touring with Sleep Token right now, so really stoked for them. Also dropped a pretty cool album, but another band that I would like to check out afterwards is Whitechapel, who I did catch at Download Festival. They were pretty cool too, like, because when it comes to Whitechapel, a lot of people are, you know, they grew up with like the deathcore stuff, the OG deathcore stuff, and like they love the new album, where I'm personally more, I guess, the prog metal guy that liked Kin and The Valley. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of those 2 records personally. So if I look at their set list, yeah, Prisoner, 666, Hymns and Dissonance, This Is Exile, Visceral Wretch, like they're playing all their fucking heavy shit, which makes sense. I think that's most of their fan base just wants those kind of heavy hitters, especially for like a festival like set. But yeah, it's cool. I don't know, but like I Will Find You, Anti-Cure, like, oh man, I wish they played those songs a bit more. Next up on the set is Dragonforce, is a band that I'd love to catch just for like the memes, just to hear that solo live from Herman Lee. I would absolutely be in that circle pit right now, just for this one song. Dream Theater, like I was saying, big prog metal guy over here. Now when it comes to Dream Theater, they have so much music, and so many of their songs are like incredibly long that their sets are always like pretty short for festivals. So As I Am, Enemy Aside, Midnight Messiah, Panic Attack, which got censored by YouTube, Pull Me Under, Final Bow. So it's a lot of like the old classic hits. My favorite of that is Panic Attack, but unfortunately it's censored, so that'd be sick to catch live. I've never seen Dream Theater live yet, so that's been something I need to do. So if I go back to the poster, Hot Milk, Their Cool Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Magnolia Park. So this is more like the emo stuff, Story of the Year, Hollywood Undead, All Time Low. Yeah, that's more of an emo set. And then next up is Violent Vera, which I haven't heard, Northlane, Imminence, Dayseeker. Yeah, okay, this little section right here is a big one for me. It's that new alternative metalcore section. So we'll start off with Northlane. It's cool get up he's got going. Yeah, I was lucky to catch the Northlane at the Download Festival, and they were awesome there. I've also seen them live a few times. Next up would be Imminence. I fucking love these guys lately, man. Like, I've really gotten to know them better on a personal note, but also I feel like the new songs, and they just keep getting better as a band too. But yeah, Imminence live, I would definitely have to catch them live. This is God-Fearing Man, which is a fucking bang. Now, the thing about Imminence is that I feel like they're not really suited for a festival kind of crowd, like unless it's nighttime. Like, their music is so like melodramatic and dark and haunting that they need to be played at night. Again, the quality, man, the quality. It's hurting. I wish we had like HD footage of all this, but Imminence's set list, yeah, Temptation, Desolation, Death by a Thousand Cuts, God, Fearing Man in the Black. So like a good set, but for me, like they're not playing their heavy shit. Where's Heaven Shall Burn and that new song, man? What was the newest song that they just put out like earlier this year that was fucking ridiculous? Luckily I caught them live at the beginning of the year, so that was cool. That sounds a lot better. This is a fucking Dayseeker. Ooh. It's a sick drone shot. Wow. Good for them, man. Pale Moonlight, Shapeshift, Dream State, Barrel of Plot Within Me. Creature in Black Knight, Sleep Talk, Neon. Oh, so they finished their set with Neon Grave. Okay. Yeah, that's a good set list. I would totally be happy with that. So that's sick. I'm stoked for these guys. Seems like they keep bringing in like a bigger crowd too. Next up is Spiritbox. Okay. Spiritbox. I'm a fucking Spiritbox simp. But yeah, they played. I caught them at Download Festival. Like I try to catch them live anytime they come through here. But yeah, I definitely would have to catch them again. Adam Morgana. Oh, they got a lot of songs. 11 songs. Cool. Perfect Soul, Jaded, Angel Eyes, Circle With Me, Holy Roller, So Me Up, Sauce Mine, No Loss, No Love, Cellar Door. I feel like that's pretty damn similar, if not identical, to the set list at Download Festival. So Spiritbox, they never disappoint. Like, what else is there to say about this band that I haven't said a million times already? Maybe they have some footage on their Instagram. Yeah, we just got a couple of photos over here. The amusement park in the background is actually really, really sweet, because at Download we had the Ferris wheel, I guess, like a Ferris wheel thing. Here there was actual like roller coasters. That'd be so fucking sick. Actually, you're on a roller coaster and you can hear Spiritbox playing in the background. That'd be so cool. That's a cool look. It's like very like new metal with like a little bit of like the shoegaze look with like the glasses. Courtney's badass. Let's move on to all right, let's move on to the big one. There is so much hate for this band, and I don't give a shit, because out of all these bands that are playing right now, this would be the one that I would want to catch. And there's a few reasons. Okay, I love Sleep Token's music, but because of their height in popularity right now, it always feels like an event, and they also just don't come through Canada very often. Those are reasons why I always need to try to catch Sleep Token anytime I can. So yeah, this would probably be the main band, maybe Bring Me the Horizon too, even though I saw them live many times. I think that's why Sleep Token is still the band for me that I would want to see the most out of all this, which I know some people are like, oh, Sleep Token's overrated. Sleep Token sucks. I don't care, man. Like, there's something eventful, and I fucking love their music too. So it's just like, it's the best of both worlds. I found this video. Hopefully it's good. Oh yeah, they start off with Look to Windward. At Download Festival, one of the drapes already fell. So a little bit of a malfunction. Looks like it was working this time here. Oh, the sick I love that song, man. The footage, again, is not the best. If I go to their Instagram, we just have photos, which Adam Rossi always takes these damn awesome photos of the band. Yeah, I love the mix of like kind of like combining the photos together to fit Instagram. It gets a little bit creative. But one important detail over here, well, actually, let me go to Rockfeed, because he took a video that's we're talking about. Fastest growing band in the world at Louder Than Life. The comments, industry plants, absolute trash. Like the absolute trash, I could laugh because I know that, like, they get so much hate. Industry plants is funny to me because I've been like listening to these guys since like 2019 and making videos for them and just seeing their popularity. The hate is so forced. Yeah, I agree. The hate is so forced that it's I've talked about this many times in videos, but Sleep Token fans, Like the hardcore fans, they're cringy. They're the ones that are like really like defend the band at all costs and can't take any criticism. I'm sorry, those fans are cringy to me. But you know what's even cringier? The Sleep Token haters. It's fine if you don't like their music, you try, you can't get into it. That's fine, that's whatever. But the ones that are just like make it their personality to hate the band or even being so contrarian just for the sake of it are so absolute cringe to me. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Yeah, again, if you don't like the band, that's totally fine. But going like just making it your entire personality is so dorky. But this is not dorky at all. This is really fucking sick. So yeah, this is the crowd. This honestly scares me. This is the phobia of getting the claustrophobia and then just being trampled or something. Like, what was that stupid ass rapper? Yeah, Travis Scott from for Astroworld, where a few people died because they got trampled or suffocated, is so frightening. And the fact that douchebag is still actually popular blows my mind. Anyway, to stay on a positive note, I'm glad that everything went smooth, and you know, with this giant crowd that they actually, I think that's the thing when it comes to rock and metal, is that they take care of their fans really well, and if they don't, they get called out. Again, this is just mind-blowing, the amount of people here. History was definitely made. Again, I would love to catch them live. I wonder if their set list was similar to Download Festival. So I have it here. Yeah, Look to Windward, The Offering, Vor, Emergence. Yeah, so far it's pretty similar. Caramel? Dude, Caramel was a huge surprise when I went to Download. It's a song that I liked a lot. I actually liked it a lot when I heard it recorded, but then hearing it live made me fall in love with the song. Now it's like one of my favorite Sleep Token songs. The summoning, oh, Provider. Yeah, they're starting to add Provider to the set. That song's a little bit hit or miss for me because I feel like the first 2 minutes of that song are a little bit on the cheesy side, but then the last 4 minutes is when the song really takes shape. And that's the beauty of progressive bands, is that maybe the first couple minutes you're not into, or like the last 2 minutes, but there's sections of the music that you really like. Thread the Needle. Wait, they finished their set with Thread the Needle. Wow, that's really weird. It's funny because like most bands would finish their set with like a fan favorite. Thread the Needle is more of that underrated gem. Anyway, when I heard that song live at Download Festival, it blew my mind, and the fact that they're playing it to end their set with is actually quite crazy. But yeah, Sleep Token, great band. I don't care. The next band that I'd like to see here, we got like the more new metal classic stuff, like Static X, Mudvayne, who dropped a new song, Breaking Benjamin. Avenged Sevenfold, I'd love to catch Avenged Sevenfold live. Yeah, sold out crowd for Avenged Sevenfold, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this band live. Do they play any of their old stuff anymore? Let's see their set list. Game Over, Chapter 4, Afterlife, Hail to the King, Buried Alive, The Stage. No way. Okay, they do at least play Unholy Confessions. Cosmic is like possibly the best song off the new record, A Little Piece of Heaven. Yeah, that's another classic one. I fucking love Backcountry. No Beast in the Harlot, which is kind of disappointing, but yeah, sick band. Now let's move on to Saturday, because this video is already going to be so long. We're already recording for 37 minutes. Fuck. The Browning, Hardcore Keem, The Homie, Versus Me, Ashes Remain, Halcyon, Small Town Titans. Don't know these bands. Woe is Me, Attack from first to last. Okay, we got the classic emo post-hardcore section over here. Bless the Fall, Let Live, Chiodos. Let's talk about Chiodos. I love this band back in the day. I still do. I don't listen to them as much anymore since they stopped writing music, but at least they're still a band. Undertaker's Thirst, Thermacare Prelude, All Aries Beware, Words Best Friend, Become Redefined, Baby You Wouldn't Last Minute. Yeah, it's like all the classic emo stuff from back in the day. Craig Owens still sounds just as good today with his band Destroy Rebuild Until God Shows, so good for them. Moving on, Snot, Spine Shark, Stabbing Westward, Cypress Hill. That's Kitty. I do know Kitty too, but this section is not my thing. Next up is Disembodied Tyrant, though. So stoked for these guys' future. Like I first heard about them because their old vocalist was actually part of my Discord community, and he still is. He's still there. He's just not part of the band anymore. But Disembodied Tyrant is a band that I've been like featuring like since like their early like demo stuff. And the fact that they've written some of my favorite deathcore music ever, and now they're getting onto these festivals, like I'm so stoked for these guys. So their set lists, oh fuck, I don't have it. I need to hear this song live, man. 8.6 Blackout is still one of my favorite songs of the year. So they definitely played that. I think probably Poetic Edda is usually something that they play live too. They only have so much music, so I can assume what their set list is, even though without watching all this. August Burns Red, classic band, Trivium. Yeah, like let's watch a little bit of Matt Heafy because he's always... I need to catch Trivium live, dude. I can only imagine they're probably one of the tightest sounding bands there. Absolutely love to catch them. But next up, we got Silent Theory, Fleshwater, Black Veil Brides, Motionless in White, I Prevail. You know, some of these bands I would like to catch, like I Prevail a little bit, but the one that I need to catch would be Bad Omens. When I saw them live, there was like fucking girls like passing out and stuff. All these new like concert goers that aren't used to being pushed against each other, like, and then also getting mad about mosh pits happening and stuff. Like there's some concert etiquette that these people need to learn if they're going to go to a show, dude. They need like a little pamphlet or something before they enter the show. Like if you just want to watch, go to the side. If you want to mosh, go in the middle or something. Ooh. And then the health section. What do we got over here? Oh, that's a big one. 16 songs. Concrete Jungle, Artificial Suicide, Banger Banger, Then The Drain, Anything Human, Spectre. Wow, a lot of these songs I enjoy more than stuff from like their older material and Death of Peace of Mind album. I'm glad that they're adding some OST stuff. What it costs, like a villain imposed, Take Me First, Glass Houses, Nowhere to Go, Limits to Death of Peace of Mind, Just Pretend, Dethrone. That's actually a pretty stacked set list. Yeah, this is a band that I've seen live, but I would absolutely need to catch them live again. Quantic Super Heaven, cool band. Acid Bath, Stone Temple Pilots, Perfect Circle, all cool bands, but the main one, yeah, Deftones, baby. I caught Deftones live back in Taste of Chaos, which was like 2006. I wasn't a fan of their music, even though I didn't mind their set. Just now knowing their albums, I definitely would love to catch Deftones live properly. This is Infinite Source. Again, the quality is going to be garbaggio, but it is what it is. Oh, whoa, they played 20 songs, Be Quiet and Drive. That's how they start their set. Okay, My Own Summer, yeah, My Mind is My Own, Sword City, Rocket Skate, Sex Tape, Around the Fur. Yeah, they're playing all their big songs. Change is only at 15. Genesis, how do they finish? They finished with 7 words? Really? Oh, and they still play Engine Number 9 live. I didn't know that. That's cool, man. Yeah, like, now knowing their music, I absolutely need to catch them live. They just came through my city with System of a Down and Polyphia. Unfortunately, I missed it, but also they're so fucking big. They played a venue that I just don't want to go to. That's the problem with these big bands. I love their music, but I'm not a fan of these big, massive venues. And even though a festival, I don't mind. Festivals are sick that you can like move around, but like when it's like this big stadium or something, it's just like, it's not as personal, you know? But I'm stoked for their success. It is what it is. All right, Sunday, last day, we got Return to Dust 156 Silence, which they're so good, dude. And I think they're playing a new song live now. Fox Lake, Orthodox, just heavy hitters, new metalcore stuff. And then Amir Elfkey is cool. Wargasm is, yeah, they're all right. And then Norma Jean. Norma Jean would be awesome to catch live. Counterparts, Glassjaw. But one that is kind of blowing my mind a little bit is Dillinger Escape Plan. This band are legends to the metal, hardcore, metalcore scene, whatever scene that they're part of. They're just absolute legends. And the fact that they took like a hiatus or like they broke up, but now they're back and they're like now with their old vocalist, it's just kind of weird. Like it's kind of weird without Greg for me, because Greg is the one that I love when it comes to the main vocalist. But like 43% Burnt, this song is fucking, again, legendary. Yeah, that with the crowd, that goes hard. The fact that he still does that blows my mind. Oh, okay. Ooh, fucking be careful, man. Sick. What was their set list? Oh, they only played 43% burnt. Okay. I don't think that's right, but that's all I got. Okay. And then next set is like a little bit more old school. Sebastian Bach, Testament, Bruce Dickinson's kind of a weird one to show up there. Okay, 12 Stones, Crossfade, Hinder, Flyleaf is pretty cool in this moment. Yeah, okay. Some female singers to headline that one. Okay, the next one, Sleep Theory, which are picking up a lot of traction. Crown the Empire, Memphis May Fire, We Came as Romans, Wage War. That's like that Octane Core set, I guess. Suicide Boys. Then next Sunday, the main section over here, we got Escape the Fate, Plot and You. Plot and You is always a great band to catch live. I don't have too much of their footage that I can find online, but their set list was Spare Me, Don't Look Away, Divide, Pretend, Forgotten Silence, Left Behind, Feel Nothing. So they're playing a lot of their new stuff. When a band is playing like a lot of their new stuff, it means that people are gravitating towards the new songs, obviously. So it shows that the band's doing well in a way. So that's cool. That's cool. Slaughter to Prevail. They're a little bit polarizing. I like them. Also, I never caught them live, and I feel like what they do live is pretty fucking nuts. Like whether it's like these Wall of Deaths and stuff. So I have some footage of that. Yeah, let's see.
And I'll try my best.
The drone shot makes him look so tiny. Still goes hard though. Yeah, Rockfeed's got it.
This is insane.
I forget the festival, but he did like this massive one. So that was like a pretty decent, but way smaller than the other ones that he's done. But yeah, Slaughter to Prevail, cool band. Oh wait, do I have it? Oh, I have like the POV footage over here. What a weird thing that's like actually so fun to do. Next up, Knock Loose. Have I? Oh fuck, I've never caught Knock Loose live. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked by that. So that's just like a ad. I don't have any footage, like actual decent footage right now. Okay, their set list though. Blind Faith, yeah, Don't Reach for Me, Mistakes Like Fractures, God Knows, and more stuff. Everything is quiet now, Deep in the Willow. All right, next up is Evanescence. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Evanescence fan, but I would like to catch Bring Me to Life live, and this crowd looks nuts. Oh, she plays on the piano. Like, it shows how little I know of Evanescence. I know there's gonna be comments like, you don't listen to Evanescence, bro? Oh my god, like, just some bands do it better for me than others. It's just the way it is, man. Although I do like the End of You collab. Where's the other vocals? If you get this upcoming reference, then we should be friends.
Left south.
But the chorus to Evanescence's Bring Me to Life just happens to be exactly 23 seconds long.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution.
Okay, like it makes no sense if you don't know the context, but that's okay. Let's move on to the last band, which is Bring Me the Horizon. This is a band that I absolutely need to see live. They only come through Canada so often now, and with their new production and all these new songs, this is why I need to see them live. Even though like I caught them during the There Is a Hell like tour and stuff. I think August Burns Red opened for them back in the day, so it's cool how much these guys have grown. But before we watch the footage, actually no, let's watch the footage. So the intro, yeah, their intros are like all doing this like PS1 stuff, like very Resident Evil. I would absolutely play this game. Oh, like Resident Evil with like Max Payne. Oh, and Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, then the Resident Evil 2 intro. Yeah, it's like Resident Evil 2, like Max Payne and Metal Gear Solid. I am such a nerd, I don't even care. And then they start off with Dark Side, I guess.
Status. Weak as fuck. Let's try that again.
God, the production is wild. Okay, I might have to take it back. I don't even know if Sleep Token's the main band I want to see live anymore. It's probably Bring Me the Horizon. Weird how they're starting with Darkside. I didn't know that was so like loved by the fans. It's not my personal favorite, but like let's move on to the set list, because yeah, we got Darkside, Mantra, Happy Song, Teardrops, Amen, which is a fucking banger to me. Kool-Aid. Oh, Amen to Kool-Aid. Whoa. Whoa. Shadow Moses. Oh, they actually play the Wonderwall cover. Below My Name, Kane Slayer, which I haven't heard live yet. Antivis, Follow You acoustic. That's cool. Lost. Can You Feel My Heart, and then the encore, Drown and Throne. They really finished off with Throne. Again, I know that's like one of their more popular like songs. It's very radio friendly, but I don't know. Wow. Damn. All right. Okay, so it seems like Bring Me the Horizon is the band that I would absolutely need to see and would love to see the most out of this entire festival. Even though they're the ones that I'm like the most familiar with. I've seen them live so many times, but it shows how much they keep stepping up the production. It shows how much their music has evolved, and I think that's why they're such an exciting band. It's literally the last band in this entire festival is like, hot take, possibly save best for last. We'll find. I don't know. I didn't watch all the footage because this entire recording would be fucking 12 hours. No, way more than that. I'm already at an hour-long recording, and I'm going to be editing this down for way shorter. So yeah, the point is, this looks awesome. Hopefully Louder Than Life, I can, you know, make it out next year, but I might go to download again. I don't know, guys. There's so many festivals, so much time, so much money that you can spend on these things, but damn, I missed out on a really sick festival, it seems like. But guys, if you were there, then comment down below, or if you weren't there, comment down below. Spice up my life. I would like, how was this festival, especially if you were there? How was it? Was it actually like one of the best festivals, or was it like maybe a little chaotic? Maybe things weren't very set up well. Like there's also these like behind the scenes that I didn't even talk about, like how was the food, how was the transportation, all this stuff I did not even talk about. I'm just talking about the bands and the music. So let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for watching me as I experienced FOMO of Louder Than Life 2025. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Other than that, thank you for tuning in again. Till next time, peace.